Hello, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. It's Sunday and you know what? It's episode 150. Another little mini milestone here for the series. Probably about halfway through the series, you know. Because, well, maybe we'll go over 300 episodes like we did last year. But yeah, we're getting close to halfway through that series. And of course, halfway towards another century of episodes. So do me a huge favor on this Sunday, hit me with 5,000 likes. And I tell you what, if you guys can get that 5,000 likes in the first 4 hours, I will give you another video tonight. Hey, we can double upload, right? So go ahead, smash a thumbs up, show that support, and subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. I thank you very, very much for that. So obviously by now you know what the team looks like. We're sitting on 98 chem, which might screw with a couple of you, but I think it's absolutely fine. It's just 4 players on 7 chem. The team itself looks pretty strong though. Obviously ever since Team of the Year, our team has looked ridiculous. We've gone up like absolute levels in terms of our players, you know. So first thing to do in today's episode is to go ahead and work our way through the marquee matchups because I wanted to get them done. So this was actually still, I don't know, it was probably Friday during the day. So this was still with Team 1 out instead of Team 2. And then like the video that we upload, if we upload later on tonight, I think that's when Team 2 comes out and you can, you know, see what players we could potentially pack future stars wise from the second squad. So in our very first pack, we get a little Lindelof. Not particularly exciting. Little French manager will probably sell for 1,000 coins or something. But yeah, nothing amazing. No boards or walkouts from pack number 2 then either. And this, to me, seems like how marquee matchups goes. You either have a belter of a week where you get like 2 or 3 crazy packs, or you just get one of those weeks where you don't really get anything. But in general, marquee matchups is typically worth it, especially if you're just throwing like your untradeable reward players in there and then getting tradable players back. You can always use them to sell them on or whatever you want to do. I should probably check those silvers and bronzes at some point in time though, because I'm probably sitting on some coins there. And then boards from our final pack for marquee matchups. It's just going to be Spanish right wing from Sociedad. Is that the Sociedad badge or Valladolid? I don't know. I get a bit confused. But that was Porto, an 83 overall. Again, not exactly amazing, but we'll take a little board. Oh, that wasn't the last pack either. We have a small 50k pack, half of a 50k pack. But unfortunately for us, no board, no walkout. We just get Dimos. It's too long for me to try and pronounce, if I'm honest. So, FUT Champs has finally rolled around. We do need to get started on this. I am on next gen to begin with here. Figured we'd go on to that. And, you know, quite happy with the team we come up against first. Figured that I'll probably get myself a win. My team is quite a bit stronger than my opponents. But it all comes down to how good the player actually is. So, Bergwijn into Ronaldo, and it's Clarence Seedorf who manages to get us underway. I hear Clarence's parents have a real good marriage. But anyway, we move on to try and get goal number 2, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Team of the Year, Chris, scoring the goal for us there. Just a nice cut inside. But Jack Grealish knocks it back to Aubameyang. That's a really nice strike. I don't know if that took a couple deflections or something, I don't know, but either way, I'm surprised that that went in. But yeah, it was a nice goal from Aubameyang. He gets one back to make it 2-1. And then look at that from Bergwijn. So that shot was all because when I read the comments the other day, someone suggested that I should, they said something like, you should try Bergwijn's finesse shots. They're insane. So that's why I shot from there. So thank you to whoever was that commented. That's what got me the goal. And then Ronaldo scores the classic header from a corner, and I was like, you know what, if Bergwijn can do it, maybe Ronaldo can do it as well. So I hit the finesse again. Maybe, just maybe, if you can get a shot off like that early doors without being AI blocked, maybe the finesse shots are just cracked on this game. Might need to try and experiment a little bit more with that, you know. But yeah, I mean, brilliant first game. 5-1, 35-minute rage quit. What more can you really ask for, right? Maybe to not concede a goal and just get 5-0, but hey, that doesn't matter. So we come up against a strong team for game number 2. Looks like a good squad anyway. Lots of very meta players. Ronaldo knocks it through to Dybala, who just Berber spins, and then again with the finesse. I'm really noticing that I'm hitting quite a lot of finesses, you know. But Ronaldo ends up getting through for my opponent to get the equaliser. Solid strike from him at the near post. Seedorf into Acuna, into Rooney, into Dybala, into Ronaldo, and of course we can just tap that one home. Again, another finesse, this time on the weak foot of CR7. But at the moment, I don't know if you can tell which formation I'm playing. You could leave a comment right now guessing which of the two formations that I said I was going to play, I'm playing. And I can tell you that it's that 4-3-1-2. Giving that a go because apparently I always expect my first few games to be a bit easier than the rest of the weekend league. And I know this 4-3-1-2 is very exciting, very attacking, very like aggressive, and you're pushing up to try and claim that ball back, but you get countered like crazy. So I figured, you know what, if there's some games that we can probably outscore our opponents, it's most likely going to be the first few games. And I find myself 4-2 down. So I can't remember if I do change it here to 4-4-2 or not. Or I might even go like full on 4-1-2-1-2 just to try and get back into it, throw the kitchen sink at him as we love to do. But in the 69th minute, we end up getting ourselves a penalty. Step up with Dybala. Take it as soon as I can. I pretty much, with my penalties, my technique at the moment is just to press circle as quickly as I can. Because if people rush it, it's kind of like they're not going to aim. And I think a lot of the time my opponent's keeper just stays down the middle. And then I just hit it in one direction and normally score the goal. So yeah, we end up actually turning that game around. From being 4-2 down to win 5-4. That was a good change of formation there. That helped us out a lot. It doesn't really look like I deserved the win. But you know what? Is what it is. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, as you'll find out throughout the rest of this weekend league in my videos. And then we come up against this. Wow, really nice team. If he's got anything about him, we could be in a lot of trouble. And let me tell you now, he had something about him, and we definitely were in a lot of trouble. I don't know what it is, but I just got bad. There's nothing else to say apart from I get destroyed in this game. 2-0 down after just 11 minutes. This, oh damn it, his name appeared on the screen. I can't remember what it is. Kulavevsky or something. I don't know. It's probably terribly wrong. But yeah, the winger, the Swedish winger from Juventus, Kulusevski, I think is what that said. Let me read it again. Kulusevski. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably how you pronounce it. But he appears to be very good on FIFA. He has got a great card, the Future Stars, and I would love to try him. But like I've got so many attackers. I just don't know how to keep fitting them in, if I'm in all honesty. I'm literally already benching like Iron Robin and stuff. It seems mad to me, but we score a lovely back heel with Carlos Alberto. So, yeah, and then I run off and do the Sue, because he gave me a celebration after every goal. I was like, you know what, if I do finally actually score a goal, I'm going to hit a celebration. And what better celebration to do with an icon of the game than the Ronaldo Sue celebration. So, yeah. We do that. I go 6-1 down, and then Rooney with a strike. That's really what he's got in his locker. He can absolutely welly it. And then Dybala knocks it through to Bergwijn. And again, that's a lovely finesse from the Dutchman. So, I mean, the scoreline looks closer than it should be. This guy was very, very good. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a high elite player, maybe even pushing on top 200. Just from... Yeah, I guess he let off the gas a little bit, and that allowed me to get just a couple of consolation goals, which I appreciate. It means you get a little bit less stressed about everything, doesn't it? So we go 1-0 down. It is to Wayne Rooney, because, of course, I mean, we did that in the last game. He's got that lovely strike on him. And then actually we end up going 2-0 down in this next game, and I'm like... we're quite early on in my games here. How are these games getting really difficult? How am I matching up against these crazy teams? And I think that is just a case of the next gen. Everyone has a mad team, and yeah, I don't know. Some weekends are just more difficult than others. We have gone like 14-2. Obviously, last week we ended up actually getting gold 1. You know, we got 20 wins, which for this series is like unheard of for me. So yeah, I mean, it's not going to be like that every weekend, and this is going to be one of those weekends where we do struggle a lot, as you'll see in the video later on tonight. We'll talk about that a bit more, but yeah, I mean, we end up getting through here and being like 4-2 up, Bergwijn scoring a couple of goals. He has been a fun player. He's not like the greatest player on this game. I'm not sure if his stats are like super true, but he is a very fun player. I wouldn't pay 900k for it if I had to buy it, but I have been having a lot of fun with it, and I'm super, super happy that we've got an untradeable version that we can just use and enjoy. So my opponent gets it back to 4-all, and I'm like, here we go then. I've just bottled a couple, you know, being 2 goals up. But we do run down the other end and score with CR7. His dribbling and the way he can fool and bluff players one way or the other and then get space to shoot is second to none from what I've used this year. And that's just a lovely strike as well. And I think because Ronaldo... it's this game. Look at this, right? My opponent scores, or doesn't quite go in, but I get booted. So that game's not going to count. I didn't actually even lose connection to the servers. I pressed the OK button here and go straight back to the FUT menu. And like, I wasn't even kicked out of the servers and had to rejoin. I was just back in the menus. And it was as though the game never happened. So all of that stress, 6-5 game... And I don't get the win for it in the end. Right at the end of the match as well. I was fuming. And that might have been the turning point, you know. Might have been what made me lose a little bit of motivation for this weekend. And things like that do happen, right? But it was just like, I hate wasting time. So... in the weekend league, when you're limited to these just play on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every game and every minute of you actually playing, you're trying to get to your desired rank as soon as very possible, right? Like, if you lose a game, fair enough. If you deserve to lose it. If you get screwed out of a game, that's when you start to feel salty. And then if you just get disconnected randomly, but you don't actually get disconnected, and you were winning, and it was a tough game, and all of a sudden you've played 90 minutes of FIFA, sweating it out, and you don't get anything for the match, it's as though it never happened. I don't know. That's kind of what really annoys me. So, yeah, I think that was probably just what tipped it over the edge, especially after losing the game before that as well by so many goals. It felt like a couple of losses in a row, you know. But this game's going all right. 4-1 up I was, and now it's 4-2. Oh, wait, 4-3. 71 minutes on the clock. I've got to be careful. Luckily for me, that's all she wrote. And I can come away with a 4-3 victory. And we make it all the way to 90 minutes. And the game counts. We don't get booted from the server. So, yeah, that can bring us up to 3-1. It just felt like I'd already been playing for ages because all these games seemed to be lasting quite a long time. But Ronaldo ends up getting some very, very lucky bounce off Varane. That's what puts me 1-0 up. And then Sterling knocks it through to Jack Grealish out wide to Mendy. Mendy spots an open back stick Sterling. And yeah, we obviously concede the equaliser. And this guy was a heavy possession player. Not going to lie, there wasn't many chances created for either of us. We get through with Rooney right here. Just knock it into Dybala and bang, roof of the net. I nearly messed that up, you know. I probably should have shot way sooner, probably with Rooney as well. And then actually, we end up grabbing the ball off of him from his kickoff here. Look at that from Dybala. And then Ronaldo's on it. And I just end up 1-2ing it with Dybala and banging it in the back of the net again. Talk about a couple of goals in really quick fashion. That put me 2 goals up. And it didn't last too long because Mendy ended up getting a rebound goal just from a free kick type thing. And he does get through with Bergwijn. He actually brought him on, I think, unless he was in his starting 11. I can't remember, if I'm honest. But 3-3, so he ends up bringing it back. I'm bottling a 2-goal lead again. And then Acuna, I mean, those through balls are kind of broken, very broken. They're what do me in quite a lot. So for us to score one, it feels like, yeah, I mean, my opponent was clearly on the attack here, right? We knock it into Bergwijn and he just bangs it home. To make it 5-3 in the 89th minute, just to, again, make it... When he goes 3 at the back like that, an all-out attack, if he gets the next goal, fair enough, that could be difficult for us. But it left his defence so open that it just allowed me to kind of comfortably get the win right at the end there. And then for the last game of this episode, we come up against that 5 at the back. I can't remember if he plays 5 at the back or not. But it might just be a starting formation. Either way, I go 1-0 down, and it is to that man, Ian Robben. And then Marlon gets through. Lovely finish from him. Just completely done my defender. I thought he was going to strike it early. Turns out he cut inside. And yeah, cool card. Obviously, he got a +1 as well, because he was the showdown card versus Kleiber, wasn't he? And they both got one upgrade rather than, because they drew, I guess, instead of one or the other getting the upgrade a bit more. So I find myself 2-1 down, make that 3-1. Wayne Rooney scores. I moved my goalkeeper the wrong way. He thought about it just long enough to obviously spot the very, very open goal. But then I can chip with Ronaldo. 25 minutes in, it's already 3-2. What is going on in this game? So at least, you know, even being a couple goals behind, it doesn't really matter because it's so early on. And I'd proved that I could score as well. So we did get an equaliser and, you know, level at half-time at 3-all. This game is all to play for. And I think I might be running on a little bit of motivation just because I was the one that got the last couple of goals. I brought it back. But my opponent did manage to get a goal to make it, you know, 4-3 to him. Early doors in the second half. But once again, I show I'm going to come back. I'm going to try and win this match, you know. 4-all, Ronaldo, 5-4, 78th minute. And I think that's all she wrote. Yeah, that is another one where we end up coming away with a 1-goal victory. You know, or a win by 1 goal. You know, a 5-goal victory, but we won by 1. So that's 5-1. Really should be 6-1, obviously, because of the game that we were winning that didn't count. But so far, so good for this team. It's been very difficult so far, but I was playing on next gen, so I kind of expected that. And 5-1, you know, we're starting to build the form a little bit, which means it's probably going to get a bit difficult from in the next episode. But yeah, so far so good for all of these players. I do very much enjoy them all. Bergwijn's fun. Dybala's great. Rooney and Ronaldo are just exceptional. And then, of course, Acuna in the squad is always very fun. Carlos Alberto is doing great too. So, yeah, that's the end of the episode. Do me that huge favour of hitting the thumbs up button. Like I said, 5,000 likes in the first 4 hours, guys. Come on. I know you can do that. And I'll upload a second video for you later on tonight at 8 PM UK. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. I thank you for that. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which are all popping off at the moment. I really appreciate that. It looks good on my social media at the moment, and I like it a lot. I'm enjoying those platforms at this point in time. Have a great day, guys. I'll catch you later on tonight, because I trust that you're going to hit that like target. Peace.